Thank you very much. It's really an honor to be in this forum. And I've been watching from the distance what you're doing. So I want to commend that you are doing great and your colleagues to promote the profession of project management. It was a dream to be part of it. So I'm really thank you for allowing me to talk about my work, my vision. Maybe it's a bit controversial sometimes, but I think we need to address the big elephants in the room sometimes in our professional too. So I have prepared a set of slides, and then I'll leave a few minutes for a Q&A. I just need to finish on time. So really, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and share about the project economy. I think for many of you, this is something which you have been living for many years. So it's not like a surprise, but I do talk a lot with senior leaders who are a bit skeptical of project management. So my role has been there to convince senior leaders about the value of project management. Since about 20 years, that's my focus. I don't want to teach project managers. There's a lot of good teachers. I want to teach senior leaders to do their job better. So my bio already covered. I was chairman of PMI in 2016. Global chairman, we set up the Bright Light Initiative, and but a lot of things. I'm also a practitioner, so I don't talk not only from research point of view, but what I talk about is challenges that I face in companies that I work, large corporations like GSK, PwC, BNP Paribas. So it's things that at least for me, they work, and there were actual challenges. So a lot of publishing. One of the things that I'm very proud, and this is not just for me, I think for the profession, is getting into the door of HBR. HBR, Harvard Business Review, for me, is the most influential magazine in the world of management and leadership, the one that sets the trends. Agile Manifesto became so popular because they had an article in HBR in 2000, beginning of 2001, somewhere there. And they keep publishing about Agile, which is great, but they never publish about project management. So I was so frustrated. I said, this has to change. And just in the recent issue of November, December, big focus on project management. The editorial from Adi Ignatius, the chief editor, talks about your projects are your future. And I say, that's what we all been saying here, right? Adhesion, we've been telling to leaders, your projects are your future. Spend time, build competencies. So I'm glad that we get that, and you can see it has had been repercussions, has been adopted in Turkey, in HBR China, in the front cover. So they have all these magazines in Germany, and I hope we can do something in India too with that. So this is a big wave, as you can see, and we need to embrace that. So I will explain my view of the project economy. Probably you have your own. Hopefully they are aligned. Two big factors, two big data points. One is on the macro level. Macro level, the world is going to experience more projects in the next decade, in this current decade, than we've ever seen in life on that. But imagine you work in the healthcare in a hospital and you say, well, 7 out of 10 interventions, the patient dies. It's like that. Sorry, we're used to that. It's the way it is. 7 out of 10 die. If you're lucky, you're one of the 3. Or you work in the airline industry, 7 out of 10 planes crash. Sorry, you must be lucky to make it, really? But this is the way it's been. This is the failure rate that we live in project management. And I think this is something, if there's one thing I want the profession to do, is change this. We need to double, I would say, let's double in the next 3 years, the success rate. Let's see how we can do that. And I'm sure we can. I think it's not so difficult, but let's double. Let's say in my book, I did some research on the amount of projects, and again, it's very hard to find very accurate data, but indications. But I calculated if we double the success rate of the projects in general from 30% to up to 60%. So 6 out of projects, 6.5 projects are successful. We would be generating tomorrow, instantly, the GDP of China, $14 trillion every year. Imagine, this is not just revenue, this is impact, sustainability. What can be better for the world than doing our projects better? And again, It's not the fault of the project manager. There's partially some, but there's other senior leader. It's a big issue there. Okay, so I'd love to set this, say, okay, this is the statement. This is our vision. By 2025, we're going to double the performance. And this is going to generate 14 trillions every year. There's nothing better than that. You don't need new technologies. Yeah? We just need to do the project. Crazy. You, Antonio, are crazy. That's impossible. Usually it's 12 months if you're lucky. 14 is good. And now suddenly we've done it in 10 months. So what happened with that project? How come can we do something so big in 10% of the time, of the standard time? So I've researched, I use the Canvas. I will share the slides with you. I want to leave a few moments here, but if you look at the COVID development vaccine, it's amazing. It's like, it's doing all the great things that we've been telling leaders, right? It's engagement. I was in an HBR podcast and the CEO of Pfizer was telling before me, was saying, well, usually I don't spend time in projects, right? I spend very few hours per month, but for the COVID vaccine, I was 100% dedicated. I said, come on, CEO of Pfizer, yes, well, that's what we're telling you. If your projects are your future, spend time on them, right? So all the things that we've been talking is a great lessons that I don't want to lose. I think that take any of these sustainability development goals, take them, use the same approach that we did for the COVID vaccine development, use the same, replicate, and you can solve them. You can solve them, I'm sure. So for me, that's my next vision. I think for the profession, besides improving success rates, I think we need to move into the big tables and tell people we know how to any of the 15, 16, 17 boxes here. Let us tell you how. Okay, so that's it. Sorry if I went a bit fast, but there's so much info about me on my website, LinkedIn newsletter every week, good topics, and the book, and the strategy implementation professional is just a course that you can find if you're interested in this, and 2 LinkedIn courses as well, very popular. Thank you, Adesh, for the opportunity to have me. It's a pleasure that you listen to me. Thank you so much.